And now it's time for, drum roll please, Jimmy's Translations. And the special word for this week is chilena. Now in Spain, a chilena is an overhead kick. So as an example of this, let's take a look at Real Madrid legend Hugo Sanchez and one of his most famous goals. Check this out. But we don't call it a chilena in the States, we call it a bicycle kick. In Spain, a bicycle or a bicicleta is something much different, and it looks like this. Ball on the ground, step over, and you take it and you're on your way. Now I've performed a few of these when I used to be a player, but I was never good enough to try a chilena until now. So let's go back to the stadium and see if I can pull it off. Let's score! Let's score! Hey! That's all that matters. Now it's time for a segment that warms my heart. It's Jimmy's Translations. And the word for this week is RABONA, which, rumor has it, derives from the Spanish word rabo, which means tail, because when you pull off a RABONA in a game, it looks like a tail is kicking the ball because the player has to wrap one leg around the other. Now most players use this move in very tight situations and when they don't have much room to pass, primarily when they're about to cross the ball in front of goal, but we do see players use it to score as well, and when that happens, it truly is a thing of beauty. So if you feel like you got this in your bag, you should try a RABONA the next time you play. As someone that's always wanted to be a teacher, here's my big chance to get to teach you a Spanish phrase that will make you sound smart and cool with your friends when you're watching a La Liga match, and it is this: PASE de la MUERTE, which is a sequence when an attacking player is broken free from the defense, usually from a great pass in midfield, and then is all alone with the goalkeeper. But instead of trying to score for themselves, they find their wide open teammate at the back post because that teammate will have an easy tap in. So as much as this translates into the pass of death, because the goalkeeper and defenders are dead when it's made, I wish it was translated into the unselfish pass because it truly is one of the most unselfish plays a player can make. And now let's get to one of my favorite parts of the show, Jimmy Translations, because this is my chance to be a teacher. Today's word is caño, which to us Americanos means nutmeg. You know that move where one player embarrasses another player by putting the ball between their legs, which I assure you, never happened to me when I used to play, but if it did, I'll never admit it. Also, if you ever see this move happen during a La Liga match, here's a few ways to use the word. How can he do that caño to that player? He has a family. Did you see that caño? That defender needs to retire immediately. Like seriously, he just needs to take off his boots and walk off the field. Dios mío! What a caño. Listen, this is some good stuff here, everyone. Are you writing these down? You should be writing these down. So I got two things for you. One, I know you love when I translate for you. And two, the magic word for today is vaselina, which in Spanish means a shot on goal with a chip or lob. And thankfully, by the majestic skill and super awareness of Real Madrid's Eden Hazard this past weekend against Granada, he executed a perfect vaselina to score his first ever goal in La Liga, and it was one to remember as Madrid's big summer signing scored on a big-time finish, which you now know is called a vaselina. So don't you forget it. Also, as a reminder, make sure you don't miss a second of La Liga action this season by tuning in live to Sling TV every weekend, because Sling TV is the official partner of La Liga in North America.